Yo, what is cracking, everybody? I know it has been a long week for a lot of you, but congratulations, you made it. It's Friday. Man, get ready for an amazing weekend. Hopefully, you'll be crushing some content. And if you happen to be crushing this piece of content, hello, nerds, and welcome to GeekBeast. This is your daily rundown of geek news of geeks that look like you, geeks that look like me, and geeks that look like my man over here enjoying this amazing start of a weekend. The Black Lion himself. Chuck, tell the people what's cracking, baby.
Not much, man. What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, man, you know, it's over here just killing content, man. I'm crushing some Halo. I was getting in some Atlanta last night. Atlanta didn't disappoint. It was still
I didn't see it. Yeah.
Solid show through and through. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going to be going on this weekend regarding some of the movie content, but I promise you this much, I'm going to be watching something.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff coming out this week. I'm going to be watching Atlanta this weekend. Mm-hmm. I already watched Halo. What else is out that I haven't seen? I got to watch the next episode of Attack on Titan, which has me quite excited.
Ooh, the last episode last week's was good. All I'm going to say is this. Gabby is not to be effed with. I'm just saying, Gabby got bars, dog. Yo, Gabby, if Gabby was a battle rapper, you ain't trying to see her Sweet 16.
I used to hate Gabby, too. I used to hate her. I used to hate her with a passion. A little brainwashed little girl. You killing your own people.
She's definitely that. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, she's killing her own people. Flavor. She's like, I'm here to kill Eldians. And it's like, you are an Eldian. What the hell are you talking about? You're killing your own people. Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil it, but Attack on Titan, this absolute final second season. I know I'm saying a whole lot. Has really been living up to it. Some parts have been slow, but a lot of parts have been really good. Hey, Jujutsu Kaisen is still kicking ass and taking names. Zero. So I had to see Batman.
Hey man, you gotta catch up, my guy.
Yeah, man.
You gotta catch up.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen Batman. Don't get mad. I ain't have to see Batman. I just want to prove to everybody that I was correct about Batman.
I mean,
yeah.
Maybe a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I give props for props is due. Hey, so if you are new to the show, we cover the Geek News Beat and we share our opinions with you. As you can see, we are highly melanated in the house, and that's one of the beautiful things about the Geekish Network. We definitely allow melanated people an opportunity to let their geek flag fly, and that's why I'm such a huge fan of the show. I'm your host, Sintel, and typically, like I say, if you're new to the show, we cover like the Geek News Beat, right? And we kind of have like a really humor-filled approach to it. We're not the type of people that you should be using to like vet this information. It's all just for like, shits and giggles, some good coffee conversation. What do they call it when you're in the corporate office by the water cooler? It's water cooler talk kind of thing going down. And on Fridays, we change it up a little bit because it is happy hour. So we typically have a little something to sip on. I got my got a little brown beer kind of rocking with, it's Heineken. We kind of do a little shout out to what you're sipping on. Chuck, are you sipping on anything?
Yes, I'm sipping on whiskey with hibiscus flowers in it with a little bit of pineapple and passion fruit.
It's hibiscus and some pineapple and passion fruit. It does sound tasty. I'm clowning because I really
You're jealous.
wouldn't mind. I am a little bit. Hey, chat, if you are paying attention to us, what are you sipping on this evening, man? Let us know, you know. Let me know if you empty in the coffers. I know we're about to jump straight into some of this news, but I do want to make sure that we are addressing some of the chat. Yo, big shout outs to Paul Wright. He said, yo, no rush. He's sitting there checking out some wrestling's looking like some Rampage. Defunct. Okay. Yo, he said he's just starting up with that dude Kirby. Yo, thank you. Let me know if it's good. He said, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Everything Everywhere All at Once is just in limited release right now, and it's not in Los Angeles and New York. Wow, I would have never expected. If it's not in LA, where else is it going to be? What, Toronto or something? Like, is it just like debut in like London or something? That sounds kind of odd. It's arguably, you know, potentially a really, really good movie on the block. But hey, chat, what are you all sipping on too, just as well? Hey, so let's go ahead and get our feet and toes in the water during some of this news. Okay. Hey, so somebody that is always in the news and constantly trending is Snoop Dogg, and yet he is in the news yet again. Have you ever checked out Snoop's Twitch site? He's got a Twitch channel.
Yeah, I watched him blow up on it a couple of times.
Yeah. I can't lie. Some of it's been really funny. There was one where you see him getting owned in Madden, and he's like rage quitting. It's hilarious.
He leaves it on.
Yeah.
There was like an old man leaves it on.
There was one time he left it on and he had like some tracks playing that I guess the music wasn't necessarily cleared yet or whatever. And he wasn't really necessarily supposed to be playing it, but I guess his Spotify or whatever it is I was playing, it was just playing in the background after he left. So people were getting like first runs at some hot music that had never been released.
That's how you do it.
So Snoop is staying in the news still, and it's in kind of like regard to the Twitch video game space in a sense. So he's going to join Call of Duty Warzone, Vanguard, and mobile as a playable character. It sounds like, it's a little bit of a bite off of Fortnite, maybe, trying to get like celebrity people. But I don't think this is I'm pretty sure that this isn't Warzone's first celebrity player. I think they've had somebody else before, but this is definitely the biggest known one that I've come across. Unless somebody in the chat or maybe you can correct me on that.
You play Warzone?
I have. It's good. It is good, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't suit me particularly. But I will admit that it is good. Yeah.
Is it Fortnite good?
I'm not a Fortniter, so. Okay. It's different. It's a totally different thing. You ain't trying to build your cover and run around and slap people with hammers. Warzone is a lot different. You're not trying to slap people with hammers. It's the same thing, though. I mean, it's the same thing. It's all battle royale. Last man standing.
Yeah, it's a battle royale game. There's no melee kills in Fortnite, really. It takes a couple of swipes with a hammer to get somebody dead.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I'm not trying to ish on Fortnite. I'm not trying to, shit on it. It's just, it's not necessarily for me. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. Big huge shout out to Paul Wright. Hey, if you happen to be listening to this on Restream, or if you're listening to this on like Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever it is, one of the fun things about this show is that you have access to us. You can reach us and be like, oh, hey Chuck, what's going on with you, man? Why are you playing Fortnite when you could be playing Warzone? You can say that, and we have to respond, just like we're going to go ahead and respond to Paul Wright. He said, I feel you there to funk. The whole world is in Los Angeles and New York. And this is regards to everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once. And Rodney responded, said, I wanted to see everywhere all at once more than I wanted to watch Batman. I think that everywhere all at once is probably going to be more interesting than Batman. At least it'll be hopefully some original storytelling. Batman, you kind of know what happens. Villain shows up, Batman stops him. The end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just Batman movies. It's like that with all superhero movies.
Villain or a street villain that don't have any money. Y'all hate when I rag on Batman. People hate when I rag on Batman. Let me stop. He does beat up on mentally ill people.
Yeah, I mean, he's bored.
That's his thing.
Rich.
He's like, he's born rich and beats up on mentally ill people.
We call Tell me where he is. Hey, to circle back to Snoop. So the lucky draw version of Snoop has him decked out head to toe in 24 karat gold embroidered outfit. It includes a new signature weapon based on a fast firing legendary SMG that's gold plated and diamond encrusted. Well, of course, it's going to be gold plated and diamond encrusted. You know, it's the stereotype. And the weapon's death animation has been compared to the lights of a mini concert that gets even flashier when you kill more people. No, I do like that. That's kind of actually kind of dope.
Kind of cool.
Like, yeah, the more bling you see, the more flash you get, the more deadly you know that person is. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. That's not bad at all. On April 19th, yes, just one day before 420, the Snoop Dogg Operator Bundle will become available in Warzone and Vanguard. So, hey man, you know,
I may pay just for the Snoop Dogg bundle. We should play. Let's play it for the Snoop Dogg bundle. It's the most gangster thing Snoop has ever done in his life.
I will split your wig to listening to the sounds of Doggy Style. So it'll be all good with me.
Yeah. But being in the video game right here and shooting is the most gangster thing he's ever done.
Hey, so in case you were wondering, and I'm kind of like answering my own question as well. According to this article, is saying this isn't the first time Snoop Dogg has been a part of the Call of Duty universe, as he was a star in Call of Duty Ghosts, downloadable content version of Ghosts that lets you swap out the normal multiplayer announcer for Snoop. So
that sounds amazing.
Now that, you know, Snoop calling some of the shots regarding what's going on on the battlefield, that would be worth all the gold.
All the gold. All of it.
So what's the price point on some Snoop DLC you willing to pay? If it's like $25, you paying that to get Snoop?
I'll pay it. I'll pay it for Snoop. You know, Warzone ain't going nowhere, and since Call of Duty's not coming out next year, so yeah.
Oh, you heard it. You might have heard it here first on the channel.
No. They announced it that they're not releasing the Call of Duty game this year. They're taking a year off.
Well,
because they're like, hey, we just got bought by a bigger player.
There's a bigger fish in the sea.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see, you know, what they do with all of this. You know, Warzone is probably Microsoft did say that they weren't going to limit Activision's content regarding Call of Duty, but I'm willing to bet that it's only going to be Warzone and probably some more specialized content like like the single player campaign and stuff. Don't be surprised if it's only exclusive to Xbox and PC.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if they do that.
You know, it's all just speculation.
Yep.
Hey, moving on. Hey, so the Halo is still making waves. It's people are kind of unanimously saying that it's not bad, which is good. You know,
yeah.
Nobody's really saying it stinks. Everybody's just like, well, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You know,
some people have issues. It feels a little dated, but that's about it.
Yeah. So some of the things that's been catching a lot of people off guard is the helmet coming off a little bit early. Some of the things regarding that it may be a little hyper violent for the content that's been provided. Some of the people are taking issue with the fact that it's following the book lore, not necessarily the game lore. There's always going to be something, but regardless of all of that, you know, as long as people are talking about it, that means Halo is relative. And one other way that they're remaining relative is that they are launching some boots. So these real life Halo boots can be yours for $225 and a lot of luck. So if you have like $225 just, you know, hanging out in your pocket, and you're in need of some new boots and a commitment to Halo fandom, that has an unfortunate tendency to override good sense. Yeah, the Halo fandom is pretty ugly, showing its ugly dark side this past week. Then these new Master Chief inspired quad hoppers from American footwear manufactured Wolverine might be just the thing. So the boots are Master Chief green.
It sounds horrible.
And it's emblazoned with the 117, Master Chief Spartan number, and the insignia of the UNSC, the United Nations Space Command. And it also bears the logo of the Materials Group, the division of the Office of Naval Intelligence that develops the Mjolnir Power Assault armor worn by the Spartans. I don't know. I haven't even really taken a look at the shoes. Just couldn't take a good look. Oh, those are as ugly as I thought they'd be. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link into the chat. So
of course they're ugly as you thought they were gonna be.
You can bask in how
them to look really good
on how terrible these shoes look. But you know what? I'm not mad at them for releasing it right now because there's so much buzz going on with Halo, good or bad. It's relative. You're gonna slang some shoes, why not? I can see why some people may like them though. If that's your thing. I don't know what you would wear them with, man. Them things are super ugly. Good Lord.
Right? Why would you wear them in the first place?
Yeah. But here's the thing that's probably what's going to get a lot of people going is that it's going to have a very limited release to a very, very small number of Halo fans. Not because of the price, because $225 isn't an outrageous price. It's absolutely ridiculous. But there's only going to be, get this, 117 pairs that are going to be made. So to match Master Chief's call sign number.
I kind of want to buy a pair so I can put it on StockX.
Ugh, yuck. I mean, if you're gonna flip them,
doing it for the gram, baby. Doing it for the gram.
Hey, Halo fans are an interesting group, so it wouldn't surprise me if the price shoots up and some random person wants to be like Master Chief.
Oh yeah, who doesn't want to be like Master Chief?
Anybody in the chat copping those? Is that on anybody's radar?
Yeah, everybody in chat's copping them. You just a hater.
Yeah, I am definitely hating on them.
You're a hater. Stop hating.
Can't do it. Why you see them on my toes? Can't do it.
Why you hating? Why you 10 toes down hating?
That's how I feel about the Master Chief boots.
Sound like a hater.
But if you are thinking about style, Lacosta's in the news as well regarding geek culture, and you can step your game up with Lacosta's new Minecraft collection. So I think we're dealing with something that seems to have a little bit better taste. It still is as blocky as you think it would be.
Does it?
But it's the alligator's blocky. It's okay. like it kind of looks cool actually, to tell you the truth. Like I would actually cop it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this into the chat as well. Sorry, let me grab this real quick. I'm over here multitasking a bunch of stuff at the same time. I would definitely cop these a lot quicker than I would the Halo boots. Okay. Yeah, man, look at some of those shirts. It's not bad. No, it's not bad at all. Look at you. Look. You know you like that. I'm looking. So Lacoste and Minecraft already shake up the fashion and gaming worlds. And no, it's not a drill with a new capsule collection. So the French lifestyle brand puts a fresh spin on Minecraft's distinct 11-year-old building simulator and combines it with sleek and stylish, eco-friendly silhouettes that are perfect for all the wear. Go ahead and check it out. Like it's it's all right, Like I said, it's better than the boots. You'd get the boots first, wouldn't you? Look at you. To be spiteful.
I do like the Lacoste. I do like the Lacoste gear, but all I need is the polo with the gator on it. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Lacoste gator, but make it look like the Minecraft gator. That would be dope. All the way down.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah,
a stitched gator. That's all I need, but.
Oh, you're talking about like the small little
gator, the small gator one. Make the small gator,
but it's all pixelated.
It's all pixelated. Give me that.
Yeah, you would think that would be kind of like
the go-to
exact one that they would make, but that's not it.
It seems like they went to Lacoste and was excited they're gonna get this pixelated gator. Then they got this trash.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. Like, okay, like listen, if I had a daughter and she was a gamer and loved, Minecraft, that pink one it's a relatively larger one. It's a polo one. It's a little bit larger, I think that would be kind of snazzy on it. If that's your thing. If that's your thing.
I don't know. I just the pink polo they just need to shrink it just a little bit. Just a little.
The aesthetics of it all. Well, everybody's still, we've said it a million times. That geek culture is becoming modern pop culture, and when you start seeing like larger brands such as Lacoste hopping into it, and you can see the trend kind of, it's kind of like being taken away from us. I know I've said that before a million times. I only say that because as a fan of hip hop and growing up in hip hop, I do remember that time where you felt like ours. It was like, oh man, this is ours. This is this thing that we do, and then it became pop culture.
Then they took it.
Then they took it, but
all the took it.
I still want everybody to be a part of it, but I do feel still very nostalgic when it was.
I'm going to the Lacoste page so I can ridicule them. How dare you ruin the gator?
Stop hating, man. The digital gator
was official.
The gator got game.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the gator. I grew up wearing Lacoste to school. My mother would put me in Lacoste. Back then it was called Izod.
Yes. Yeah, before they separated, right? It was like they're not the same company anymore, right? Yeah, if I remember. Yeah, I do remember that. But it wasn't really hip necessarily to wear the gear.
She put me in that either. In polo. Then I became a teenager. So why don't you put me in polo now? She's like, you paid for that.
Izod, wow, you did. You definitely took it back on that one.
Oh yeah, I wear khakis to school every day. Went home and put in my play clothes. What you know about play clothes?
I definitely know about play clothes.
Okay. I kind of like the big gator. I don't like the Minecraft under it.
Well, that's what I was saying about the pink one. The pink one is dope. It doesn't have that. It's just, it does have Minecraft under it.
It does have Minecraft under it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at the pink one up close. It's $155. So you will spend that for your daughter?
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had a daughter, money's no object, whatever. Well, money is an object, but
y'all
if
see
she
that?
wanted
the Ferrari to drag, slipping flow lanes, the top down, screaming out money ain't a thing.
Hey man, if
double hard and the double R, flashing
if it's for the little ones,
scream out the window, money ain't a thing. I don't like if it don't bling bling. Hell with the price, cause money ain't a thing.
For the little ones, man, so gotta spoil these young ones.
I see.
Yeah, man.
Now you spoil them, you beat them. Let me stop.
What?
Every lick is worth $1 million.
What?
Ask Joe Jackson.
Centel does not condone any of this.
We don't condone spanking the kids unless that's what you want to do. Then it's on you to do what you do.
All right, hold on. I had to take a sip.
You're a savage, man.
Oh man, not me. I tell you what is savage is NVIDIA, because NVIDIA is cashing checks. They don't even know what to do with their money. So much so that NVIDIA is showing off an AI model that turns a few dozen snapshots into 3D rendered scenes. Like, I'm like, damn, aren't you finished kicking us in the balls with graphics cards?
Never. Why would they ever be done kicking in the balls?
So according to the article, it's saying NVIDIA's latest AI demo is pretty impressive, a tool that can quickly turn a few dozen 2D snapshots into 3D rendered scenes. So the tool is called Instant Nerf, Nerf, kind of like, like the stuff you used to play with when we were kids. They used to make Nerf footballs and stuff.
Okay.
That. So referring to a neural radiance fields, a technique developed by researchers from UC Berkeley. So the method maps the color of light intensity of different 2D shots, then generates data to connect these images from different vantage points and render a finished 3D scene. And in addition to the images, the system requires data about the position of the camera. So that's a little bit of the technical know-how of how they're piecing all of this together. I mean, they rolling in dough right now, man. They backlog of people wanting their stuff. Sure. I mean, I'm not surprised. NVIDIA, it's not like they're new to AI models and stuff like this and other pieces of software.
This is what they do. This is basically what they do. This is the future. The future is now.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I could definitely see. So they're trying to. So I'm trying to figure out how like real world applications with this. I'm assuming that maybe if you're a part of the metaverse and you wanted to, like, I don't know, walk inside your own home, right? You take pictures of your home and let the technology take over. Then you can like put on your goggles or go on your computer and then go through a 3D rendered version of what your home looks like.
They have that. It's called LiDAR.
I'm just trying to figure out how it works.
I understand what they're doing. AI is reconstructing it, so they just have flat pictures and it does it. And now every camera comes with LiDAR in it, except high-end photo cameras where they're just classic photos. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting what happens in the future. We gotta, metaverse needs to get better defined. I don't think people know what that is and what it really means, and everything is for the metaverse. I agree. So people are gonna take pictures and be like, I take this flat picture, I can see my grandma again in 3D. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. But people think that. People really do believe that.
Hey, but you remember like what is like a little bit last year before the year turned around, and they had that technology that was trending all over Twitter, where they were taking old pictures of like dead great grandparents, and even I think they had Andrew Jackson and a few other like older people that are like been gone. And they found a way to reanimate him just off of like a few different images. You remember that? It was kind of like spreading and trending for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an interesting way of kind of like bringing back the dead. So
do we really want to bring back the dead?
I mean, people, and listen, man, people lost their shit over hologram Tupac. So yeah, people want to bring back the dead.
Because you know who I said, I understand people want that, but do we really need to do that? Because they're going to make Hitler. They're going to make every slave owner. They're going to make Andrew Jackson and every Confederate general.
Well, that's definitely going to be a part of it. There's no way around that. There's going to be people that do that, but
it's like NFTs.
The cool stuff you can bring back.
NFTs, when Unreal made the modeling kit for a MetaHuman, and somebody wanted to turn them NFT so they can make slaves.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be that though. Yeah, there's no way around it. It's just like like with any piece of technology that comes out, somebody's going to figure out a way to sexualize it, right?
Yeah.
It
turns into porn. Which I don't have a problem with the porn stuff.
That's just a part of just humanity at its best / worst.
It is. It's so wild.
So there's that. If you are somebody that's really excited about the metaverse, NVIDIA is probably going to create an amazing graphics card that can help render those images that you'll have to pay $6,000 for and be put on a 6-month waiting list. So thank you, NVIDIA. On to other things that still kind of like circle around the Halo news that we were talking about earlier. There was a little known company that did a really cool thing long time ago. It was one of the first times I've ever seen technology be used like this. And they took Halo, the original Halo, took the camera system, made it first person, and walked around creating shorts out of actual, games in Halo. So much so that they were actually kind of funny. They turned them into like little skits.
Yeah. Red versus blue, right?
Right. Red versus blue. Years, long time ago. And ended up turning into like a series that was actually kind of funny about a rookie soldier trying to keep the other post from stealing the flag. That was like the whole thing, right? It felt like Saturday morning cartoons anytime they released a new one. Well, that company, Rooster Teeth, is creating another series that is going to possibly get an anime spinoff. So the project called RWBY, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, they already made that series. I watched it. It's pretty good. So it's their 2D block anime, and it's Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White. It's like all the fairy tale princesses, and they all have like special powers and weapons. It's good. You should watch it.
Okay.
You should.
All right. Yeah, this is my first time kind of hearing it. I mean, I've heard of Rooster Teeth, but outside of
it's an old property. They're like,
I didn't really know what they were doing.
7, 8 of it. So it's a spinoff being built off of it. I'm excited about this.
So yeah, kind of what you were just saying. It's getting an anime spinoff from the Japanese studio behind Puella Magica. I sound silly saying that. Sorry for butchering that. The series will apparently be called RWBY Ice Queendom and will be produced in a collaboration between Rooster Teeth and Japan's Shaft Animation Studio.
Okay, yeah. So it's really good. I like it. It feels very indie, and it's blocky, but it's 3D animation, and it's pretty dope. I mean, all the girls have like special powers, and like they have like Pinocchio. They have somebody represent like all the fairy tales. It's really cool. So they have Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White. Who else is in it?
I see other two. I see a girl with green hair and another one in all black. I see Little Red Riding Hood and I see Snow White. Yeah, the animation, it looks interesting. It looks cool. I mean, I don't have like enough to really
completely indie project.
Okay. All right. Well, project. I'm definitely here to increase the anime space, and I was a fan of Rooster Teeth when they did Red versus Blue. I'll definitely give you at least a couple episodes to spin to see how it holds up. Why not?
Yeah, it's Ruby Rose, Wai Schnee, Blake Belladon, and Ruby's half sister Yang Zhao, who is basically Mulan. It's really interesting. It's really interesting.
Okay, you checking for it?
What's up? Yeah, I'm checking for it. I'll check for it. I'll be more excited because they have an actual anime studio behind it. Because Rooster Teeth does all kinds of weird things. Like they have the show where they make like super high-end CGI scenes, and it was like a competition show. They do interesting things. Rooster Teeth is interesting, considering I think they started off as a marketing company.
Really? I didn't even think they started off with that. I thought it was just some kids in their garage just making cool Halo videos. I had no idea.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth is a big deal.
Okay. Well, shoot, good for them. You know, keep the art going. You know, speaking of old school things, still making themselves relevant, GTA, man, it just won't die.
Can't stop, won't stop.
GTA just won't die, man. GTA Online's new subscription will give fans early access to cars plus cash and other perks. So today, Rockstar announced GTA Plus. Of course, it's a GTA Plus because everything has a plus next to it.
That's right.
Means you're going to add a whole lot more money, take a whole lot more money out of your pocket.
Wait till TGN multiplication symbol comes out.
This is nuts. Why won't you
we're gonna have the Geekish Network multiplication symbol. We're not plussing it, we're multiplying it.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
That's what we're going to do. That's right.
Okay, well, we upgrading to the X. We was plussing, now we Xing. Well, anyways, so GTA Plus is going to be a new paid monthly subscription service for Grand Theft Auto Online. It's going to launch March 28th, which is like right around the corner, and it will only be accessible to people that have PlayStation 5s, Xbox Series X and S, and will also offer folks who sign up for it monthly deposits of cash, exclusive access to new rewards, double and triple XP events, and more. Listen to some of the rundown of some of the things that may be worth it regarding this. So it's saying, so including in the new announcement service, which is going to cost around $6 a month, is a very list of bonuses and perks. I'm going to go down through a quick rundown. Let me know if this is enough for the $6 a month for a game that's 6 years old and
6 years old.
No, excuse me, like 13 years old, right?
13 years, yeah, it's like old.
Yeah. So here's some of the things you can do. $500,000 delivered automatically to your Maze bank account. So you get some new cars. And the auto shop that's located in La Mesa, the one that does all the specialized body shop work, you can relocate to it at no cost. Membership fees are going to be waived. Yacht owners can upgrade their old yacht. Some additional new clothes, including like baseball tops, shorts, and caps. New livery for some of your older cars. And free paints as well. And then, of course, events where you get a double and triple the XP. $6 a month. Can GTA do this and still like?
Yes. I know 4 people that constantly play that game. The only thing that stopped these people from playing that game was Elden Ring. And 2 of them I know, I called them playing Elden Ring, then I called them later and they were playing a GTA.
It just won't go away, man.
They won't leave.
Just
they
won't
were like,
away.
They're like, I got like 60 cars in my garage, and they speak of it like they actually live there. Like, Rockstar actually created what is the digital metaverse.
There's an argument for that.
Rockstar created.
People do live there. I can't lie though, man. When I was hooked for a good year strong, solid. Like, I probably dropped no less than 10 hours a week every week for like a whole year, I'd say. I said like no less. But it was just a place where, me and friends would just meet and just chop it up and, just do drive-bys while we're catching up and asking about the kids. It was one of them kind of situations. But you're right. It's just it's so easy to just live.
I have never beat a GTA game.
What?
Never beat one.
Wow.
It has the one thing that I hate about video games.
It's too sandboxy.
Open world games. I do horribly. I need direction. I'll be on all the missions. I'll be doing them. I'll fail at a mission I can't complete because it's 2:00 in the morning. I have no business doing it in the first place. And then from that day on, I don't do any missions. I just go around doing wild shit. And that lasts about a week. Then I'm like, I'm off this game.
And I'm done.
I know what it's about. I'm over it. I never beat a GTA game. I don't know why people beat them.
Well, I mean, I will say this: like, there's a very big difference between the campaign in GTA and GTA Online. They're really totally
the campaign was really good.
The campaign is good though. The campaign is really good. Yeah, you don't think you're gonna be.
I can play it.
Gonna be too disappointed.
And I usually die in a mission that deals with a car and running over some bikers or the heist, and I always get caught. And I'm like, fuck, I can't drive for shit in this game. Why is the driving so bad? The Funk agrees with me. The driving in GTA is horrible.
You need a squad, man. That's what it is. It's about here's the thing that I'm realizing, and I've really learned, and that is some of the games aren't necessarily as fun as much as the memories that I've created with the people that participated in them with me. And when I'm playing by myself, I wonder why I'm not having that gushing feeling over some of the games. And I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah,
get you a squad, bro. Get you a squad.
I need to get a squad. I need to squad up. You're right. I need to squad up.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing? Squadding up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I hear you, bro. I'm gonna do that next time I play. I'm gonna squad up on
them. Shout out to the chat again. Paul said, yo, for real. He said squared as well. I forget what the squared is referencing.
Yeah, that's from TGN. We were talking about the Geekish Network said a plus or multiplication. He's like squared. TGN squared.
Okay, I feel you. Right. I feel you.
And we're gonna do that. That's gonna be our tiers for our Patreon. Hyper, ultra, squared, and it's gonna be plus, powered, hyper, and ultra. Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit, go on and get on that ultra.
Ultra.
I think of that DBZ Goku Ultra Instinct. Hey, shout out to the Funk. He said GTA didn't feel good until GTA 5, which came after Midnight Club 3 and Max Payne 3. I thought the driving in GTA 5, the latest one, was really good, as compared to some of the other previous ones as well. So I do have to agree with you with that.
Yeah, I know you did because it's trash. Let me quit.
Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that.
I'm not trying to be that way. Y'all made me that way. I was trying to be a good human. I spent my whole entire life trying to be a good human.
And you're doing a smashing job. You're doing a smashing job. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going to keep it moving just for a second because I know we're getting a little bit closer to closing this out. But I do want to at least get in one more article, and that is Sony. Hopping on to the plus train per se. So they're creating a tiered PlayStation a new tiered PlayStation subscription could be announced next week. Sorry, I can't even get my words right. So long rumored multi-tier subscription plan might be official as soon as next week. Wow, that's really soon. So several months ago, there was rumblings of a new but seemingly familiar PlayStation subscription service with different tiers. So you might remember hearing the code name Spartacus, which has since lived on in forums, posts, threads, and comments. Yeah, I've been hearing Spartacus get thrown around for a while, a couple months ago. Then it kind of just disappeared. According to a Bloomberg report, Sony could announce this expanded service as soon as next week. So as the story goes, the new subscription will combine PlayStation Plus, our gateway to free PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 games, and online multiplayer. I mean, that reason alone, that's like 3 or 4 monthly games is amazing. It's tons of fun, as well as PlayStation Now, an on-demand game service with cloud streaming and downloads. That needs some work. It's still not crisp and clean as it could be, depending on the platform. But more than just consolidating these current plans, the new service will also have multiple tiers offering catalogs of modern games and classics from older PlayStation eras, as Bloomberg puts it. See, so we've had this talk a little bit, even when the Funk was on the show, and we were talking about the ease and use of digital gaming, where you could just download straight from the server, and how much fun and easier it is. But there is something to be said about having a physical copy that can never be taken away from you.
Yes.
And this to me seems like it's hinting a little bit towards that. So some of the copies for like some of the old school games, I have to pay an additional amount of money in order just to access them. You wouldn't have that problem if you had the physical copy of the game. Play that game whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. And you
so as much as I love digital downloads,
more neither.
Yeah, that part. So as much as I love digital downloads, and I haven't bought a physical copy in so long because I'm just lazy. That's the real reason why. It's just too easy. I just wake up in the morning and it's there. But when I hear about, people doing like retooling PlayStation and all these different platforms, and like, we're going to do all these tiered services, and that game that you used to love, you no longer have access unless you pay an additional, $20 more per month. I'm definitely overhyping the price, but the principle is remaining the same, right?
Yes. Yeah. So it's like forever paying into something that you already own, and that's painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because nobody wants to pay into something they already own.
Exactly, man.
Exactly. That's how I feel about. I'm going to say it. I'm going to make you upset. That's how I feel about Peloton too.
I hear you, but you just still have the bike.
You constantly paying into something that you already own. Don't get me wrong. My Apple TV, I think I should get Apple Plus for free with it.
I mean, but we're all essentially paying for some type of thing.
They are.
All of us in some way, shape, or form.
I have an LP of CDs and stuff. Matter of fact, when I buy an LP now, they give me a code to actually own the digital version of it.
That's actually dope. I'm feeling that.
Yeah. That's right.
Dope. But in case the service gets taken away, which happens on a lot of like streaming music platforms, like some artists we had an artist on Spotify that just decided to leave and take their catalog away due to the stuff that was going on with Joe Rogan. And if you didn't have any of the original copies,
it's gone.
It was a wrap. That's it. It's gone. And it's one of those things you have to really take into account when you start thinking about the power that you're giving away. Now, technically, record companies have said that nobody ever really owns the music. You just happen to be leasing it on a platform that you have you have readily accessible to. So technically, you've never really owned any music. You're just renting it. But you saying that, but F you, I can still put my tape in and listen to the Chronic whenever I feel like it, regardless of how Spotify or any other streaming platform feels. I'm sorry, I'm almost on a bit of a tangent. So yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling that. I don't like that what Sony's doing. I have to pay or be in a special tier in order to get my digital games.
Yeah.
I can't blame anybody but myself, though. I can't blame anybody but myself. Because I'm lazy and I want it now, and my greed is because I want that fix to be taken care of now. Yeah, I can't blame nobody but me. So, and you can't blame nobody for yourself either. So take ownership and catching that L. Yo, and we good? No, we can.
We are good, man. I'm good. If you good, you good.
Yeah. I want to holler at the chat real quick again. Hey, yo, Paul say, hey, we got him nostalgic, and he's about to fire up GTA later on tonight. It's still a solid game,
Paul, hit me up. I'll come in with you because I don't play. I'll come in with you, Paul.
The funk in regards to what we were just saying, he said this is still a Far Cry from Game Pass. Now day one first party games. No day one first party games. The voice in the sky. Rodney said, I can't even remember the last good game I bought on CD or DVD. I think it might have been Diablo 3.
Maybe on CD. I want to say it was probably like the collector edition of Spore.
On CD, the last good game I bought on CD.
Good game was Orange Box. I bought Orange Box.
It's been so long. It's been so long.
And I bought it during grad school.
But here's the thing, though. But if you're getting like these super high end tiers, like next gen consoles, you're almost kind of doing yourself a disservice getting the old school discs because of load times.
Yep.
You want it loading off that solid state drive. You don't. But
what happens now when you buy games, they just rip it to the drive for you, or and then they just read the disc. You own it and download it for you.
Yeah. So but you still have it. Somebody brought up, and I think we were talking about this in another argument regarding Grand Theft Auto, and Grand Theft Auto 5 in particular, that if you own the original Grand Theft Auto 5 disc, there's music that plays on the original disc that the licensing has already run out.
Expired.
So it's already expired. So if you're listening to the music in your car, like nobody else has access to it unless you have like the actual disc. I think I remember us reading that.
Grand Theft Auto 5, I think.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool. That's one of those things where I can understand, like we were talking about earlier, like how like some of these Nintendo games, right? That are like, I don't know, level 9.2 grade quality or whatever it is. and they're selling for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not, you know, if not $1 million or so. But that game can be easily like emulated in a sense. Like you can still play it or whatever. You're just kind of like buying it as a piece of art. But yeah, let's just take, for instance, this argument regarding like Grand Theft Auto 5, where it has music. It actually has something that no longer exists anymore. You know, there is, to me, there is like some value in that, right? As far as it being something that's that could go up in price and appreciate because of the rarity and the scarcity of that licensing. I don't know. I'm drinking.
I agree with you. There is. You could probably resell it, potentially find a buyer for it, potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That'd be kind of dope. Like, what if Wu-Tang did a soundtrack for a game and it's only going to be on like, you know, on 10 specific copies, and you can only hear like that knock on that particular game? That would be, you know, I'm definitely been drinking too much. Yeah, we should close this out so I can finish drinking and not make a complete ass out of myself.
Oh, go and make an ass out of yourself, man. We about that life. We about that life.
Yo, you shout out to the to the chat again. The funk said, "Hi, the irony of Orange Box was that you still had to connect it to Steam, and depending on your connection, it would still be faster to download the game than to shuffle through a stack of install discs." Rodney, Voice in the Sky, said, recently when I was unboxing all of my storage boxes, I found a collector's edition of WoW, and I'm glad I have them. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm sure there's probably some things on there that you probably can't access anymore due to the updates.
Agreed.
Everything from the nerfing of certain weapons, armor that may not necessarily been phased out or been changed and stuff like that. You know, like that to me sounds pretty cool. You know, that's different than like, you know, than contemporary art where, you know, the art stays the same regardless. It's the state that it was created in remains the state even when you buy it like, you know, 30, 40, 100 years from now. Whereas the state of a game at its first release is probably never, ever again going to be the same game that it was from the time of its launch to the time of whatever it is that you're buying it into the future.
You know, in the state in which we move around into, as the state we move in, there's some things in games that may get canceled.
Yeah, no, it's very true. Like for instance, like I would love to play Conker's Bad Fur Day, because there's no way they can make that game again.
Oh, they have a new Conker's game coming out, and it's just
I'm talking about the original. It's just as explicit. Yeah, or maybe like the original, like Leisure Suit Larry.
The original.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff where it's just where it can culturally no longer be created again.
Yeah, they're going to judge you for it. They're going to throw some judgment on you.
There's another medium that's surprisingly taking the same approach as video games when it comes to updates. And we were talking earlier regarding the latest Spider-Man that dropped and how they did live updates to the actual film while and during the release. You know, they edited certain special effects, did different types of shading. So the people that saw the original Spider-Man No Way Home on opening night saw a totally different film than the one that's currently, if it's still in theaters now, and the one that's going to be released on Blu-ray. So there is a cool little rarity to some of these digital products, right? I mean, I know NFT is like a bad word. It's like saying a 4-letter word if you say NFTs, but there is something to the scarcity of some type of digital products, like the rarity of that. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, man. Shit, man. I'm over here. We're still going on and on.
Yeah,
we're about to really start. I'm about to really start jumping into the depths of it. But also, I'm not going to drag you all with me. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Also, there's a lot of content out this weekend, and there's a lot of things going on. GDC just concluded, which is interesting. And it's really the game. They got Game of the Year for Game Developers Conference, Inscription. I'm about to download that and just check it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's an indie game. So this indie game kind of came out of nowhere, and it won Game of the Year. And it's kind of weird. It's like a card game.
What's it called again?
Inscription. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, drop that in the chat.
So this is something that's new to play. Different type of video game. If you're a video game person. Yeah, this one. It's a card game. One game of the year.
Huh.
So the let you know all kinds. I think it was basically made by one man. I think Daniel made it by himself. Daniel Mullins made it by himself. I think he's made a bunch of other games too, but this is a game he made.
Wow. And they made game of the year.
Game Developer Conference, they gave him the game. They're like, yo, this is the guy that deserves the game. I think he won Game of the Year or Viewer's Choice. One of them.
Oh, shoot. There you go. There's even more of a reason to take a look at your Steam account and really dig through the crates.
Yeah, right.
We never know what kind of gems you can find in the
never know.
section.
You never know. Yeah. So I tell everybody, this is opportunity to play. Like, there's all types of music, there's all types of games, and they're relatively inexpensive. And you don't have to have the traditional game experience anymore. Here's a card game that game designers, game developers have gotten together and said, yeah, this is the one. Sure, we work on these $60 million games, $100 million games, $100,000 games, but this is the one that won for us.
I like hearing that. I always like hearing stories. So when the little guy wins, it doesn't have to be AAA to be good.
You don't have to be AAA.
Yeah. There you go.
Most AAAs aren't super great. They're beautiful, and their gameplay is digestible. But you know, for something cutting edge, you used to go to somebody indie, because it takes that indie designer to be like somebody like the Funk to be like, okay, I got this idea, and I'm gonna go take these two games I like, and I'm gonna blend them together in a way that makes it unique and different, and it'd be something completely different than we've ever experienced before.
Yeah, I'm just here for the experience, man. I like that. That's the kind of stuff that made me be like, let me pay attention. Let me see what's going on. We go shake it up and change up the game. Hey, before we close this out, I just definitely want to give a shout out to the Funk again. He's saying check out Itzy's Voltage music video, and he's saying that Inscription is a horror card builder escape room game. That is it's an interesting combination of stuff. Okay, I would have put that together. Okay,
horror card builder escape room game.
That's a lot going on.
Like I said, take two game ideas and put them together and make something completely new.
Bet. All right. Well, one thing that you don't have to wait for, and that's not going to change anytime soon, is our show. So please make sure you give us a thumbs up, a sign into the Geekish Network, /Geekish Network on YouTube, and also /Geekish Network on Facebook. And you can catch our podcast. If you just can't be able to catch us visually, you can throw in your earbuds, lift weights to us, go for a walk. You need to get your ass outside the house and get in some nature anyways. And the best way you can do that is to hop on Apple Podcasts and hop on, because that's where it is. Make sure you give us those thumbs up, and of course leave a review, because it's all about those algorithms. You gotta massage the algorithms properly. We had other platforms that are still relevant today, including Twitch. The Twitch stream is still up and running. It's not necessarily going to be dealing with this particular content, but we will still be doing experimental gaming, everything from charity streams, cooking streams. The sky is the limit. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, which you probably do, because in the time of pandemic, most people do, you can log in and support us for free using Prime Gaming. It costs you nothing, but it helps us out tremendously. I want to give a huge shout out to the Voice of the Sky, one of our co-producers. Rodney, thank you so much for piecing everything together, making us look good. Always. I got mad love for you, Chuck, because you come with it and you allow me to sit there and talk your absolute ear off 5 days a week. Every single week, you just sit there to tolerate my black ass. Thank you so much.
I'm good with that.
The Funk, yo, man, I'm telling you, you have no idea how valuable you are. This massive machine of non-talking that I do and that Chuck does and everybody else would come to a screeching halt if it wasn't for the efforts that you put in. And of course, the way everything is looking and it's all beautiful, that's because of Digital Click. They handle marketing, they handle our graphic design. If you are a big time business, Fortune 500, or a solopreneur, entrepreneur, just trying to get your hustle on and you want quality, you need to go ahead and hook them up, because they will hook you up. There's not going to be any nerdtastic this Sunday. I know I'm switching gears really quickly, but I talk fast, so you got to listen slow. Hey, Tech Nubians tomorrow is going to be at 1:00 as well. Next week, of course, we've got Binge Ready as well on Wednesday, Pod Squatching on Mondays, and it's just the train just keeps on moving. The great thing about this particular show is that it's always relevant, it's always fun, and it's something that you can chop it up with other people at your water cooler that look like you over this geek-ish. Thank you so much, everybody, hanging out. I hope you got faded a little bit like I did. Enjoy your happy hour. Boss man, you got something to say to the important people out there?
Good night.
Good night. Peace. God bless. We out this space.